short walk through the garden. It's got periwinkle, and there's my crack garden. Haha, that's peppermint. It's just starting to come up. I've got a row of chicken and hens. I've got to redo this water today. Hey, look, the chives. Last year when I cut the flowers, I put them in vinegar and it made a fuchsia pink vinegar, which is beautiful. This is Bunny's garden. It's just starting to come up. It's mixed greens for him. These he's really not supposed to eat. They won't hurt him, but I spent money on these. It's my succulents. And then I put this here for him, but he ate it down already. It used to be 3 times as big. That's his oregano. And he's chewed off the bleeding heart as well. This is a protected garden with a fence, so it has a chance. And this came up again, and it's sage. I was so surprised last year when it came up from the year before. Here's the succulents when they don't have a fence. Oh, there's a bird taking a bath. I changed and cleaned that water last night. And this is a nice whirligig that doesn't make any noise. The other one, I don't know. It has to have bearings and it makes a noise. And looks like some of my garden is coming up. This is 2 different kinds of lavender. This kind and then that kind. Robin. I can't get too close to Robin because she might fly away. So I've got my container garden. I've got a couple of sort of vine ivy rescues, and looks like I gotta weed this out. This is actually, I just put some sunflowers into the ground as seeds because I couldn't reach, can't get in here. So I have big sunflowers that I can plant, but it's hard to get in there. So I cast a whole bunch of dill, and this one here is mixed herbs. It's just little. I like this planter. And this came up from last year. That's a strawberry. That one is mustard over there. Oh, this is spicy salad, so that's coming up. It's maybe not hot enough for peppers, or these might have been old seeds that I was just trying, but it's just turned warm, so I'll give it a bit of a chance. This came up from last year. It's just really straggling thyme. This came up too, which was oregano. I planted a great big oregano there. It was like so big, and Bunny jumped up in here, ate it, and then laid in the planter in the sun. Thanks, Bunny. This came up from last year sometime. I have to do a lot of weeding here. So when I weed, I can actually put them in a pail of cold water and give them to Bunny. And Conrad's starting to grow, the Concord grape, but I actually have to do something, gently take him aside and put a different pole, take the flag down and put a different pole on here, because just trying to eliminate some of the painted green around here. We have a nice bit of pipe that was given to us for helping a man get some pipe for... Oh, look at this bunny rabbit. Just peeking up here. What are you eating now? I can't identify everything. There's various greens of every sort. Anyways, and then there's these pretty blue flowers. So these are volunteers, and I gotta get this fixed because it's coming apart at the top. But I cast a whole bunch of cilantro in here, but these are just, the first ones coming up are from last year. Maybe that little one has come up from my seed, so it should come up a lot. I've got The giant irises that are coming this year, they didn't come last year, and probably because I wasn't really doing anything for this garden. So when it dies down, I'm now in the habit of putting a bunch of compost on it in the late fall, so that you know, they have the energy to produce a flower. This has been cut down once, my rhubarb. I can't put this crabapple tree in yet. I was ready to put it in and I thought, oh my god, I have to get a new roof, and the only place to pull off the shingles and throw them is in the front yard where I'm going to put the crabapple, so I have to hold off. I looked at its roots and it's probably going to be okay. So this is coming up for the first time too. Bunny usually just raises everything, so he's letting me have a little bit of lily of the valley. And this is my very large compost that actually overnight has even gone down, because it was all fluffed up to the very top, and now it's down about 6 inches, so had to get it wet. I hope I'm gonna plant in the compost. I'll see what I can do. Oh yeah, and this is all my daylilies that will turn with lots and lots of orange daylilies, which are really nice. And you'll notice that I have a lot of things up and protected. And this is a 6 or 7 baby sugar watermelons, which I'm going to try to train up and then put netting. I'll hold them up here, let it grow along here, and then when the fruit come, I'll get netting and tie it to this fence so that it's all up. And I made a cutting, and Bunny's been also eating this French sorrel. Haven't you? Haven't you been eating the French sorrel? Oh, I saw that tail wag. Anyways, this is also his garden. It kind of got wrecked a little bit because I cast the seed and then I was digging around here, see, so most of it's over on this side, but that's Asian greens, should come up. We've got this one is a Roma tomato, and I planted it right down, like 2/3 of it, and it's just getting warm, so that is red currant, Solomon seal that my sister-in-law gave me a couple years ago, woodruff that I planted, I forget the name of this blue wildflower. In the middle there, my neighbor who's moved away now is some hostas, and peace rose, and inside there, grown up really high, I don't have the gate unlocked, but that's potatoes. And I will put, I'm trying to do them vertically, so I have to add something in to make them grow potatoes all along their stem. And down there, I have this garden on the outside of the gate, or the fence there, and that is French marigold. They haven't come up yet, and I did them from seed. So that's a bit of a walk around on this side. The quail coop is going to go here, and these are lovely feverfew. They grow into a tall, they're traditional old style garden plant, and they bloom for a long time, and they look like a little bit like a cross between daisy and chamomile. So that is a very nice plant. I covered most of it up. I felt so bad when I had to pick a site for the compost, unfortunately. But they are growing over here, thank God, because they're really, really nice. And I did not grow, I tried to grow plants from seedlings and I didn't do too good. They are coming. These are tomatoes that are heritage yellow, and you can see a whole bunch of maple keys as well. This is the last year I'm using this site for tomatoes, because I think this is 3 years now. they grow really well here because they get the morning sun down this. That's east, so they get the morning sun. These are volunteers. Look at them. And they spread along here. They're garlic chives, I think. I should harvest these ones because they're gargantuan, but they're so pretty. The rest of it is kind of in the front and in the very back. And we're drying things out. We had a bit of a rain, but yesterday when Rick brought coffee, he spilled it in the front. And then he took out the little mat, and I took it and scrubbed it with soap and washed it and dried it out here. But this one I says, honey, smells like coffee. So it's got to be scrubbed with soap, but he just kind of left it out. Oh well. He's a busy man too. So that's it, that's all. I just jumped up in the middle of my breakfast here. These, I don't even know where to put these. These are my sunflowers. They should really go in the area where I put the seed. And I was going to put this at the side of the... I was growing them for the man next door. There's an unused space, and I asked him if I could grow them at the side of... between our house and his, at the side of his garage, and he said yes. But I missed the city compost day because Rick was busy at his uncle's. So now I gotta buy compost. Or the mulch, I should say. I planted these. Oh, this video is way too long. And this one I take in every year. It's also a rosemary. And this rosemary here, I'm gonna doll it up and do something around on the bottom because it's a gift for the girl next door who's turning 28. And we drove very far to get this garden bench, so I really like that. I ought to put these blocks away, but I've been doing heavy work and I'm so tired, achy. Bunny makes a path. He did not eat these lily of the valley, so I am getting a few flowers. Oh, there is a quail. Oh no, that's not a quail. I don't got my glasses on. Help me God. That's rocks. They don't want to come out. But it did work. I mean, it rained last night for a bit, and I wanted to make sure they had somewhere dry. And, you know, it's wet on the outside, but it's dry on the inside, see? So I've got some waters put out for them, but they are processing, I guess, the move from the basement winter house to being outside. And they're just kind of staying close to each other and resting. Aren't you resting? Eh. Oh well, they're up and around now, I guess. That's good.